In the early hours of Tuesday, 3 men walked into Brussels' Zaventem airport with the intention of killing as many people as possible.
In March, I made the decision to ban electronic devices larger than a cell phone from the passenger cabins of US-bound commercial flights. Make no mistake, our enemies are constantly working to find new methods for disguising explosives, recruiting insiders, and hijacking aircraft.
Security has been stepped up at airports across Australia after police said they foiled a plot for a bomb attack on a plane. Counter-terrorism police say the plan allegedly involved the use of what they call an improvised device.
Only 2 days ago, the director of MI5 made a statement that the threat hasn't been higher in the last 30 years.
Face à la menace que l'on a, qui est extrêmement évolutive, qui prend des formes très différentes, il n'y a pas de technique ou de technologie entre guillemets qui soit magique et qui vont répondre à toutes nos questions. En revanche, ce qui est intéressant, c'est que la technologie, elle peut être un levier efficace, effectivement, pour lutter contre la menace.
What we really need to do is engineer and architect the overall aviation security ecosystem. And to do that, to develop that system-of-system approach, we need our stakeholders, like our airport authorities, our airlines, and our local law enforcement engaged in that process.
Je pense qu'on va réussir à avoir une approche, et ce qu'on développe quand même globalement, beaucoup plus basée sur le risque déjà. On ne pourra pas tout cibler, donc essayer de voir là où il y a le plus de risques.
We've seen a lot of really great change in the marketplace and in the collaboration with the emergence of programs like the Innovation Task Force, with the Transportation Security Administration, with Vision Sûreté, with the DGAC, with the FAST program in the UK, and people working together collaboratively between governments and industry to try to drive innovation and evolution in processes and technologies that are deployed in the field.
With the ultimate aim to deliver solutions that are of benefit to all the stakeholders in the marketplace. That's why FAST is not just about early stage investment, but actually it's about bringing the best ideas to the surface and giving them every chance to succeed in what is actually quite a challenging marketplace.
We need to start looking at it as an aviation security ecosystem and not just a checkpoint, check baggage, or check-in process. We need to have a very integrated but interfaced solution.
We also need governments and industry to work together to better define what we really need the manufacturers to do.
Engaging the airports and the airlines at much earlier stages in the technology development to build their awareness and their understanding of what's coming along on the market, and also to help them inform the technology developers as to what their specific needs are.
As a community and in our whole sector, I think we should increase the public-private cooperation or partnerships. In the Netherlands we have a very good basis which we work from together with the government, and it's helping us to be more innovative in taking the measures.
How do we continue to drive those public-private partnerships in the co-design of additional measures?
On est toujours à répondre à la menace, mais par contre, on est en progrès et l'exemple le plus pertinent, c'est l'expérimentation Vision Sûreté que l'on a fait avec la DGAC.
Et on s'est dit, on va travailler ensemble avec les autres partenaires de la communauté sûreté, c'est-à-dire les aéroports, ça peut être les compagnies aériennes, les industriels, de se dire comment on essaye de bâtir ensemble un système de sûreté plus efficace. On travaille avec les industriels, on travaille avec notre service technique de l'aviation civile en laboratoire et on teste en aéroport. On regarde si ça marche, si ça améliore les choses en termes de fluidité, en termes de confort passager. On regarde aussi l'aspect coût et à partir de là, on pourra en tirer globalement quelque chose de plus large d'expérience et puis pourquoi pas l'intégrer notamment dans la réglementation européenne.
Très en amont, on a testé de nouveaux équipements, un nouveau process, l'association d'équipements, etc. Donc il faut continuer dans cette voie-là et c'est une bonne voie.
What occurred in the beginning of 2017 needs to be characterized in a way that had industry been a part of that conversation in implementing intelligence-driven additional measures, we would not be where we are today. And industry has a need and a requirement to be a part of that conversation.
Un point aussi qui me semble essentiel, c'est qu'on soit capable d'envoyer un message commun à l'industrie, que ce soit toutes les parties prenantes au sein d'un pays, que ce soit à la fois l'État, les compagnies et autres, mais aussi sur le plan international, les instances, l'OACI notamment, ou les différents États, que les industriels sont prêts à nous aider. Il faut-il qu'on soit, nous, capables de définir nos besoins.
People often ask what comes next, where are we going to be in 5 years and 10 years, what does the security process look like? And I would argue it's not really the what, it's the how. How are we going to create a framework, create an environment where people can actually evolve processes and technologies more rapidly and get them in the field?
We always see pressure from three different directions: to improve and strengthen security, to remain operationally efficient, and to improve the passenger experience.
Enabling some of that regulatory policy to move towards performance-based standards as opposed to prescriptive. And for those states that continue to have the political will and the funding required to get this technology into the operations, that continues to be really positive.
It's not necessarily just about investment and the government putting money in, but it's also about creating opportunities. It's about helping build confidence in the potential procurers of the equipment, that this equipment that's coming online is going to work for them. It's also about data sharing and communication, and I think we as government have a real role to support and facilitate all of this, as well as just putting money into early stage innovation.
Dans les 24 prochains mois, il faut que l'on progresse dans notre accompagnement du contrôle frontière avec le renforcement des contrôles au niveau européen et le déploiement de systèmes automatisés de contrôle frontière et du déploiement de la reconnaissance faciale. Sachant que c'est une activité qui reste bien sûr régalienne et sous la responsabilité de l'État, et on met à disposition ces équipements et on investit dans ces équipements. Et le dernier point, c'est la prise en compte de la nouvelle menace sur le côté ville et comment nous, on peut contribuer en moyens humains, en culture sûreté, en protection bâtimentaire par rapport à cette nouvelle menace. Dans 10 ans, on doit prendre en compte la croissance du trafic, prendre en compte l'évolution de la menace, prendre en compte l'acceptabilité par les passagers des mesures de sûreté et l'impact économique sur notre industrie de ces mesures de sûreté.
We need to work with our partners to design technology that allows us to componentize and possibly swap out, if you will, capabilities when certain threats are coming our way.
One of the issues is the time to get from lab into the airport environment. So I would really encourage the use of operational trials and live trials in the airport environment, such as we use with smart security, to get the equipment out there and get it tested in the airport environment.
Another important piece to the puzzle is remembering to incentivize the airports who actually do go first, who will trial new technologies and processes in their operational environment. Having other incentives from a regulatory standpoint and or a financial standpoint is very helpful to trialing and pushing these new technologies in airports around the world.
The screening will become more integrated with all of the systems talking to each other and being networked. And that, if you couple that with the use of biometrics and automated identity verification and management, it will really enable us to do truly risk-based security.
Et peut-être plus miser aussi sur des cadres d'expérimentation.
Comme Amsterdam, on a mis en place l'année dernière un centre de test et du coup aider les industriels à progresser à leur capacité de produire des équipements qui sont intégrables dans nos process.
I envisage the integration of the security checkpoint and immigration departure and immigration controls becoming one checkpoint. In the advent of biometrics and the focus on identity management, as these two elements come together, we will see over the next 10 years one single checkpoint.
And finally, one thing I find really encouraging is this trend towards innovation labs and hackathons and competition, encouraging entrepreneurs and startups to come up with innovative solutions. I'm really encouraged to see that this type of activity is gaining a lot of interest and a lot of traction and support by major regulators and at airports.
Basically, I think we're in it for the long haul. In 10 years, the threat level will remain high as it is up till now. We'll be still facing unstable geopolitical situations, and different governments will try to deal with these uncertain situations.
Le transport aérien va se développer dans les années qui viennent et que nous, en termes de sûreté, on doit accompagner ce développement. On doit quand même être au service de ce développement du transport aérien.
When I think about the next 10 years, I would just really encourage the technology and solution providers out there to keep the faith. 10 years ago, when people were trying to put in place remote image analysis or automated screening lanes or security scanners, everyone said that it wasn't possible. And if you look around airports today, they're actually fairly standard in checkpoints.
So we really see a wide range of solutions, which is what we need to have a truly effective layered security system.